What's up, Papa C? Hey, I just got done texting with you. I don't know what you could have possibly done to get yourself off the computers for the night, but whatever. I'm actually pretty damn excited. First thing is first, let me just dive into here. Um, I haven't done that much with the um, HTML code so far, but there's a little bit. First thing, let me share this real quick. There we go. So coming down here, the primary thing, again, the only thing that I've edited, which is kind of expected, is just some of the HTML stuff. So let me run this real quick. Overall, with everything that I had done before, it's relatively straightforward. So from here on out, shouldn't be a big deal. I haven't adjusted this, the wheel bar right here, but that shouldn't be too bad. The only thing I've done is just the standard HTML, but you can see right here, this is running from your file. Again, just a little GIF here, overall the stuff as far as the overall profiles. Overall, not a big deal, excuse me. But you can see right here, I have everything set up from here on out, and pretty much anything else we need to do with the HTML files, pretty damn easy. So nice little positive notion right here, but now let's get to the good stuff. So as I was kind of like going through and kind of playing around with some of the database stuff this week, I really kind of wanted to find something that would actually be able to be easily implemented. Clearly, as we spent a couple hours just at Panera the other day, and then we couldn't even get the full connection to Mongo and everything like that. I kind of wanted to look for a bit of an easier platform, and where, of course, should I go to? Google. Now, freaking the awesome thing that I figured out here, I actually went in and got my Google Cloud platform up and running. Basically, you get the first year for free. You get $300 credit, so you can do and implement whatever you want up to $300. Again, if it's within that year, it's all free. Now, the good part is, after doing some reading, please don't quote me on this because I still don't understand the full monetary concepts, but overall, it looks like that this stuff is designed for business in general, which makes sense. The only thing that the only way to get charged a significant amount is with significant traffic and data transfer across it. And, if we don't have the Russian troll bots that get into our site and start blasting it, we have 14 guys that are going to be just checking their stats and having a couple of us adjust some of that data. So anyway, around it, it looks like per month, honestly, from what I could tell, it's cents, if maybe a couple dollars. So definitely doesn't seem bad, but anyway, around it, we have a year to kind of play around with this for free. Now, let's get to the good part. So once I had this whole thing activated and tied to a credit card, of course, I went in following some videos and everything. I created this legislators cloud platform. So this is my project. Same thing. It's all set up. It's all ready to go. I haven't done much on this page right here, but let's go in and here, get to the good stuff. API services, dashboard. Now, once I have this all set up, you can easily come in here and then just start connecting with quite a few different API systems. The only ones that I have set up so far is this Google Drive API and the Google Sheets, and I'll show you why here. Coming in, so again, this is what I have going on here. The only things that I have several enabled. The only things active that I'm actually using at this very moment, Google Drive, Google Sheets. Now, this is all tied to my N. Charles Terry account right here, just because that's the one I'm most likely to be using and the one that I'm most active on for my Google Drive. So from my Google Cloud platform right here and this legislators project that I have created, I then went into my Google Drive, simple, straightforward, and have this Google Sheet. That is this guy right here. This is just all of the current Congress people over there in DC. The catch that I was able to figure out after freaking hours just kind of staring and watching these damn videos is once you come in here and get this stuff set up with the Google Drive API, you can actually come in here and create some basic credentials that will then allow anyone who has access to your Google Cloud to then go in and access what you have connected that Google Cloud to. Now, fortunately for us with Google Sheets and Google Cloud, it makes it pretty damn easy to just automatically connect it just by kind of enabling this API. But anyway around it, once you go through, you establish those credentials for the Google Drive API, you end up with this JSON file right here. Seems relatively straightforward. Also, there was a few other things that I had to do. So in particular for this token, this OAuth stuff, authorization for, I'm guessing, your computer to be able to use this. There was a couple terminal steps. Where is it right here? This guy right here had to come in here and install some OAuth and Gspread stuff for Google. Again, I don't have the full explanation as to exactly what it's doing, but I have full step-by-step and screenshots of everything I did, so it's a good start. Anyway around it, once you come in here and you have those credentials created with your Google Cloud, again, it spits out this JSON file. The only thing that I've had to do with it so far is really just come in and copy this email right here, this guy. So once you go in, you copy this, and all I had to do is come up here to this Google Sheets and really share that email with this Google Sheets, which is this guy right here. Basically just giving that JSON, those JSON credentials, which are tied to your Google Cloud, the ability to access and edit this Google Sheet. So now that we have the full connection, Google Cloud, Google Drive, the Google Sheet that is now accessible through Google Cloud, we can actually start doing some damage. So again, standard Google Sheet with all the Congress people. Now we're coming in here and we can actually use I did this with Python, but as you'll be able to see, it's so simple once you know what you're doing to do it with Python that I guarantee you can actually do this with C just as easily. What I mean by that, as in right here, other than some implementations, I had to kind of install this Gspread credentials and the OAuth credentials into Python, which probably will have to be done with your C library as well. But again, it's these lines right here, these 20 lines. This is all I need to get myself established and connected with this Python application through Google Drive to the Google Sheets. Again, just imparting these libraries. This is basic inherent credential information to be able to access the Google platform overall. Right here, this is connected to that JSON file that I'm talking about, giving it access and being able to read it. And then, I mean, exactly what it's doing with it, I'm not sure, but clearly it's showing that once we have the Google connection, it's got the project that I created, the credentials for encryption, decryption, and then obviously the email for a direct personal credential client, whatever it is. And then right here, Legislators 2017, this is what we're opening in my Google Drive. Okay, so let me run through here. I'm going to run it through this. Python 3, so what we're here, this 544, this is just the last line of code that I have at the moment because I have everything else commented out. I'll go through and show you everything right here. All we're doing is printing out the sheet row count. And also, so I just ran that in terminal, of course, that 544. If you come down and scroll through this Google Sheets, you can see that at the moment I have 544 active rows in this document. Obviously, these last two are empty, but again, active rows. So come up here, I have the same thing, 544. So let me kind of walk you through exactly what I have here at the moment. So, and this is just kind of a step-by-step, line-by-line play as I kind of went through literally step-by-step just to see what each thing can do. right here. So list of hashes, we're just going through, and at the moment, what you're going to see is this is really just me printing out every possible thing in the document. So let me run this again. Again, so we are accessing that document right here, and it is printing everything out. Obviously, it is pretty goddamn sloppy. But come in here, let me copy that out. This is the first thing that I did just to kind of clean it up and see, make it prettier, of course. Come through here. I installed this PP, which is the Pretty Printer, which is some generic Python thing to make things much cleaner in the print. But let's go back here. And so now that we have that formatting for this, we come in here, and you can see that the entire document here is still printed out, but it's much, much prettier. So technically, all this is done is really just gone through cell by cell, each person by person. So shared brown right here, obviously you can see, let's go back up to the top, shared brown. So this first thing right here, from here all the way down, is shared brown. So it's just going through and actually just taking column by column and printing it out line by line. Again, there's still a huge amount of stuff here, but it's already much prettier. Let's go back in. Let me comment to that last line out. So now, we've gone through, save, print this out again. Now you can see it is overall the same format, but I have come in and just taking, since we're going with the row values, I have just taken the 6th row in here, which you can see is Casey Robert. Same thing right here, Casey Robert. So we have actually gone through the document. We're only printing out one single selection, and we've chosen what selection to print out from here. Next step. All right, so the next line of attack, we have come through here. We are printing out, it looks like all these states, clearly as you can tell. That's what we've gone through. All we've come in is, instead of just printing out that row 6, which is Mr. Casey right here, we are coming through and just doing a column. Column 6, which is, as you saw, the states right here. So really, I'm just kind of showing you that we can easily come in and either adjust certain cells, certain columns, certain rows, insert rows, which I'll show you here in a sec, but also just go through and print it out. So if, say, Kemmer wanted to come in and print out all of the data for his wide receivers, I don't know. If we created this code, we could actually have it so that it would go into Kemmer's profile, go to column 6, which had wide receiver stats, and then print out all of the values in that column, which is all of the receptions for his receivers, something like that. You get what I'm going with this. So let's go to this next part. So we just printed out the states, which is column 6. Now let's come in here. All right, we are just going to be dealing with cell 6, or row 6, column 11. So come in, just run this application again. You can see right here, so we have spit out 2 things. One, I still have that information at the very bottom of the document, which is just printing out the entire row count for the Google Sheets document. But like I showed before, we are just coming in here to row 6, cell 11. So row 6 right here, cell 11, which is this cell phone number right here. Now keep in mind, I was messing around with this earlier, so it's 555, whatever it is. Let me copy and paste just so I can show you something else. So again, now I've changed this back to 202, 224, whatever it is. So you know that is what's there. So when I change it later, you can actually see the results. Shoot. Comment that out. So again, that was just spitting out the value, that cell phone number from, which is in row 6, cell column 11. Come in here, change that, run this again. So now we have done two things. Again, remember, I changed it back to that 204 number or whatever it is. With this, we are taking this result, which is basically the same thing that we just did. I printed it out, and it comes up with the number right here. So let me actually clear this out, because that other one's getting in the way. Let's come back in. Sorry, I'm still trying to get efficient with this, so cut me a little bit of slack here. I'll do that. Okay. So again, printing out 202-224-2441. That is Robert Casey's phone number. So now if we come in here and run this again, two things, 202-224-2441. So that printed out the original phone number. But what we added to this is that one of the functions that we can do is update a cell. So same cell, obviously we printed it out and it came up as that 555 or the 202, whatever it is. We then, though, are updating that cell with this new phone number. Sweet, great, awesome. Now the catch, though, is that we can spit it back out. We updated it with this phone number, and then we printed it back out and we get the new number. So obviously, as you can tell, if this is Patrick's point total for week 12, you go in, you can easily just go in with our code and update it via that, or Sam can go in and update it himself manually. Hopefully we have code at a later point to actually kind of do this automatic scrape from ESPN and do it automatically, but just want to show you that obviously it is possible. Let's see what else I got here. Comment that. And oh yeah, now we're getting to the good stuff. So if we want to put in a new row, whoops. So here, we are going with row. This is what we want to put in for the row itself. The cells are separated out by these commas. We are giving it the index 3, sheet insert row. So row is going to be this row here, what exactly we're inserting in, and then the index will be row 3. So as you can see right here, row 3 at the moment is Maria Cantwell, full congressperson. Let's run this. There you go, just printing out the total count right here. Not a big deal because I didn't really have anything to spit out. But if we come back in here, our row 3 is now I'm updating a spreadsheet from Python 3. Sweet, it's there. Again, we can use our code to come in here and actually access and edit. So same thing, if we go through and scrape with Python, we get a full new player results from that week. We can just go through, and if we know the format of our document, of course, we can go through and just completely insert a new row, change a cell, insert a column, do whatever we have to do. Clearly, it's possible. Let me comment that out again. Where is that? There we go. Just kind of a play on exactly what we were just doing. Obviously, I don't want this new row in here. So, but all we have to do, again, this has clearly been kind of designated and played with by other people to work with Google Cloud and Google Drive. All we have to do is go for row 3 right here and delete it. So let's run this. Come in, and clearly my Google Drive, that's gone already. Really, I think it's probably a little bit dangerous because if I ran this program again, that would now in turn delete Maria Cantwell. And at the moment, I don't have an undo function with the program. And now last things coming up, again, it's the same thing that's been going on, but again, we have changed everything back to the original default settings and information. Now we come back in and we just have our 544 lines of code in here, or excuse me, lines in our document. So again, I'm pretty stoked about this because, I mean, it is a Google Cloud platform that, again, all we have to do is just connect that JSON file, those credentials, to any program that we're using. And anyone with that, obviously just you and me, can then go in and edit it using the code. But like I said before, if we're using something like Mongo or any of those other databases, there really isn't too much that Sam can do, I don't think. If we go through and use this, the Google Sheets right here connected to Google Cloud, obviously I can come in here, anyone can come in here and just edit this just by clicking and pointing. So no matter what Sam does, he can have his fair share, fair say, and we can still be implementing our code to access, change, and spit it out for the website itself. I don't know. That's pretty much it. Tell me what you think. I think it is a great little straightforward platform that, again, even people without the coding experience can come in and adjust. The only thing that we do have to worry about is just to make sure that if we do have these sheets in here, that the formatting of the sheets always has to remain consistent, because obviously if our code is expecting to go to column 6 to get, say, the team that the player is with, and Sam goes in and adds in a completely new column, even if there's good information, that would, of course, change up the code since it's trying to access column 6, but now column 6 is something different. So just something to consider. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Watch it. But we basically have a full Google Cloud database that's accessible and editable by anyone, including us in our code. Yeah. Watch it. Tell me what you think. Later, baby.